There are honestly already dozens, maybe even hundreds, of AI video tools out there right now. And if you tried to test every single one, you would spend weeks just to miss a whole bunch of them. I actually did the heavy lifting for you, signing up for trials, running demos, and reading through the messy user threads to find the ones that are truly worth your time. After sifting through all that noise, I finally landed on the top 6 tools that every serious creator should know about, and I am going to show you how they compare to what I think actually makes sense for most creators. First, a quick note on how I filtered everything, because I used 3 very simple tests to see if these tools were actually viable for real creators. First, is it worth your money? Meaning it needed a genuinely useful free tier, or the paid tier had to offer results that clearly justified the cost. Second, does it solve a real problem that standard software like Premiere or DaVinci cannot do easily without a massive headache? And third, does it actually work? Because I threw out a bunch of tools that were flashy but crashy, buggy, or just produced garbage renders. Using those strict rules, these 6 specific tools rose to the top of the heap. Let us start with the niche stuff and then work our way toward the full suites. Kling is the kind of tool you reach for when you want to take a static image and make it feel alive. Upload a photo, ask it to add a subtle motion, and it actually keeps your lighting and colors perfectly consistent. The motion looks natural and not like that jittery, uncanny AI wobble we have all seen a million times before. For B-roll, animated logos, or just injecting some life into thumbnails, Kling is excellent. The downside is obvious. It is highly specialized, so if your workflow needs full edits or long-form trimming, Kling just won't replace your editor. Also, it uses a credit model, which can be efficient occasionally, but sneaky expensive if you overdo it. Next up is Captions, which used to be just a subtitle tool, but is now more like an ultra-fast, polish-focused social editor for talking head content. The speech-to-text is incredibly fast and clean, and their subtitle styling is smart because it analyzes the energy of your clip and applies a style that matches. They also pack in eye contact correction, noise removal, and even synthetic actors and voice options. It is perfect for creators who crank out short, scripted clips and want a very low-effort, high-polish output. The trade-offs are that it is basically built for talking heads and short-form content. If you have multi-camera interviews or cinematic B-roll heavy videos, Captions starts to feel really limited. Then there is V, a full browser-based editor that blends classic timeline editing with helpful AI automation. You get multiple tracks and a proper timeline, but also features like automatic subtitles, background removal, and filler word cleanup. The thing that stood out to me was the AI dubbing and translation, translating a video into 50+ languages with voices that do not sound like robots is a legit game changer. The browser-first approach means you can hop between devices and keep working, which is amazing for teams or creators who travel. Downsides are the price jump from light to pro, and you need a pretty decent internet connection to make it run smoothly. Also, while the AI features are solid, they are not always as deep as some of the more specialized tools. Submagic is a different angle, as it is completely obsessed with viewer retention. Instead of just slapping subtitles on, it analyzes pacing and adds small visual boosts like smart B-roll inserts, zooms, and transitions. It even generates multiple hook variants for those crucial first 3 to 5 seconds to keep people watching. For social content optimized to keep viewers watching, Submagic can add a pro touch without spending hours in the timeline. But again, it is focused, so for traditional long-form content or corporate edits, a lot of Submagic's tricks can feel overkill or irrelevant. Descript is the tool that really reimagined editing for a whole lot of people, because you just edit the transcript and the video edits itself. Cut a sentence from the text, and the speech simply disappears from the timeline. Overdub lets you clone your voice so you can type in corrections instead of re-recording lines, which is just brilliant for speech-heavy content. The transcription accuracy is excellent, and the XML exports mean you can do a rough cut in Descript and finish in Premiere or Final Cut. The catch is that it is built around spoken word workflows, so music videos or VFX-heavy pieces are not where Descript shines. It is also not exactly cheap if you need those advanced tiers. Runway ML sits at the far end of the spectrum. It is the tool for creators who want to push the limits of reality. It is a platform of AI models, like face transfer, motion capture, and advanced text-to-video prompts that produce cine-like footage. If you are a studio, filmmaker, or agency doing experimental or high-end VFX, Runway is absolutely incredible. But it is complex, credits can disappear quickly, and the learning curve is incredibly steep. For everyday content creators trying to post regularly, Runway can be overkill both in cost and time. So, those are the 6 that stood out, and each has a place and solves a particular set of problems. But here is the bit that most creators actually care about, which is consistently turning long videos into snackable, platform-ready content. That is exactly where Vizard comes in for me. It is not because it is the flashiest, but because it solves the single most common problem creators face. You record a long session, and then you have 0 time to edit. Vizard's whole thing is automatic clip discovery and scheduling. Upload a long video, and the AI finds the moments that are likely to perform, like emotional peaks or quotable lines, and spits out ready-to-post clips. You get multiple bite-sized variations from one take, which is the single biggest multiplier for your social output. Beyond that, Vizard handles the boring but necessary side of being a creator, like scheduling and calendars. Tell it how often you want to post, and it will auto-schedule clips across platforms based on best times and your posting frequency. The content calendar lets you see everything in one place. Edit captions, tweak thumbnails, and approve before it goes live. That really reduces the decision fatigue of wondering what to post today to practically nothing. Compared to the other tools, Vizard fills a specific gap. Kling gives you gorgeous animated images, but it doesn't turn a 45-minute stream into 20 clips. Captions nails subtitles, but it is not built to slice long sessions into viral bits automatically. V gives you a classic editor with AI helpers, which is great if you want hands-on control, but it still expects manual work compared to Vizard. Submagic optimizes for hooks and retention, but Vizard combines that retention-first thinking with scale, giving you hooks at volume. Descript is unbeatable for transcript-first editing, but if your goal is to churn out shorts for different platforms, Vizard automates that discovery and distribution. Runway will blow your mind for effects, but for daily content operations, it is often too expensive and slow. Real-world example. I fed a 60-minute interview into Vizard, and in under an hour it suggested a dozen short clips, each with captions and thumbnails. I did not spend hours scrubbing timestamps or manual captioning, which is usually what kills the momentum for most creators. A few final practical notes on pricing and workflow. Some tools favor predictable monthly subscriptions, which is great if you produce consistently. Others use credits, like Kling and Runway, which can be cheaper if you only generate occasionally, but can balloon if you run heavy batches. Vizard tends to sit in the creator-friendly middle because it is built for consistent output and scales without you having to babysit credits. The bottom line is, if you are posting regularly and want to scale without growing a massive team, pick 1 or 2 tools and get really good at them. If you want hands-off clip generation plus scheduling in one place, Vizard is the most practical choice I have found. If you need hyper-specific effects or a transcript-first workflow, mix in Runway, Descript, or Captions where appropriate. If you want to see this in action, I made a follow-up video where I upload the same long episode to Vizard and a couple of other tools to compare the output side by side. Click through to that next video and you can see exactly which moments each tool picks and why I would pick Vizard for steady content velocity. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next breakdown.